Hello, it's the weekend, 5th and the 6th, yes, 5th and the 6th of August 2023. When I do that, I've normally got it wrong, or there's two cats behind me going, yeah, the moon is going into Aries fairly early on, so there's no more of this Pisces pensiveness. We're into Aries, yes, and I've got a label in the back of my t-shirt that's really itchy. We're using Animal Wisdom Tarot by Dawn Brunk. So those of you that have been with me a while, you've seen this one probably about 3 years ago, let me know. And also those of you that have been with me a while, and even those of you that haven't, just check you've got your notifications switched on if you want them, because I think at the moment I'm on about 9% of people getting notified when I put a video out. Either that, or there's only 9% of people have switched them on. To switch them on, you go to Gemstone Tarot, the homepage. There's a wiggly bell. You make it go digga 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 like that, and that means all Gemma's videos will come on. I hope. And also do hit the like button if you're long-standing but you still like it. Remember to hit the like button because YouTube's very algorithmic and it likes you to hit the like button. I know, I'll hit it too, wherever it is. Okay, oof. These are very gorgeous. I love that. Gorgeous, although slightly complex. Oh, I love that one. That is my favourite. And that is the overall energy. Okay, good. Let me show them to you. Now, Guardian of Branches, I think that is, yes, the King of Wands. I'm getting used, that's the only slight difference. So the fossils are pentacles, the branches are wands, the feathers are swords, and cups are shells. Okay, so the overall, oh God, you can't even see them. What am I doing with my camera? One of those days, people. Already, it's one of those days. Right, so we start off with the 6 of feathers, 6 of swords. Gorgeous pelican here and some feathers just drifting off into the water. It's an elegant 6 of swords. It's an elegant drift. And, you know, when you're coming out of a Pisces moon into an Aries one, you kind of are drifting for a while until you go, and come out of the water and you're like, right, I'm required to wake up and do something. Something has shifted. This pelican, this 6 of swords, feels to me like something has shifted. Very often when something has shifted, we don't really know it's shifted until the shift has happened and we look back and think, oh, that's when that happened. Because we're humans, we're living our lives in, well, we're living our lives in 3D real time. What other time we're living them in, or if we're actually living in any kind of time at all, because time is all relative. Leave me a comment on your opinions about time, because I know you're a clever lot. You will all have opinions. But either way, in the 3D, we're doing it as we go along, literally, one foot in front of the other, making mistakes, making blunders, doing what we do. So when we take a different path or we move into a different area of alignment, we don't always know until we're beyond it. And then we look back and think, oh, that's when that happened. And we either feel good about that or we don't. But without judgment, something changed. So I'm saying something has changed. Monkey, 2 of fossils. This is Jupiter in, I don't know why I'm doing that. I always do that, don't I? This is Jupiter in Capricorn. And Jupiter in Capricorn is, well, we've got a yin and a yang actually here, tiny little yin and yang at the bottom. It's when you're having concrete ideas like, shall I live here? Shall I do this? Shall I spend money on that? Shall I invest? Should I meet up with my partner tomorrow? Should I put more food in the cupboard? Whatever. Your 3D things are being spun around this pattern of infinity. Because Jupiter is a planet, as the Sagittarians will know, that does that. It just makes things big. it expands its philosophy, it wants things to move beyond the phenomenal world into the noumenal, as Kant would say many years ago. So again, this is about bending and stretching time, bending and stretching ideas. And then we move into the Guardian of Branches, which is the King of Wands. Yes. King of Wands, I feel, is someone else around. Could be a friend. It could be a work person, like a boss. It's a long time since I had a work person, thank God. But, you know, somebody, you could be headhunted for something. Somebody's got a lot of charisma here. This could also be somebody that you meet romantically, that you've had a couple of dates with, or you're about to have a date with. It's a nice energy, the King of Wands. I like the energy because it just feels, we're in this sort of slightly drifty, you know, yesterday we had the energy of, oh God, what was it? Yesterday we had the energy of that, was it the Judgment card? It just felt very kind of drifty, and we've been in Pisces moon, and then King of Wands comes up and it's like, yeah, let's do this, you know? So that's a nice energy, and I feel like it's somebody else's influence on us, which is great. So go along with that if possible. Why not? You know, it feels alive. It helps you feel alive. I'm just looking up the next one, Ibis. That's the Queen of Swords. Oh, nice. Astute, honest, stately and forthright. Morning. Today I'm feeling, this is what you'll say at the drinks machine, astute, honest. How are you, Gemma? Stately and forthright, thank you. White one sugar. Don't mind if I do. Do people even have drinks machines at work anymore? I mean, am I that out of the game now that I don't know? Mind you, when I was at work before, they used to have a cafe, which I loved. And, you know, I'm quite chatty. So I got to know everybody, and people would tell me all about their personal life in the cafe, which was way better than doing my job. And actually, I loved the people in the cafe. You know, there was a couple of women there and the boss, and the woman knew exactly how to do my latte. She was so kind to me, and I knew exactly what was going on with her at home and everything. And then they got rid of the cafe. It was like, oh, we're making cost savings, so there's no more cafe. And you know what? It really took the heart right out of the whole building, and everyone just seemed really miserable. And particularly me, because I used to have second breakfast in that cafe, and I think we all know that second breakfast means a lot to me. By 11 o'clock, honest to God, you could mistake me for a lorry driver. It was just, there was nothing I could do, no matter what. And let me know, are you like this? Do you have second breakfast? Or even like third breakfast? But I used to be down there, like almost banging my knife and fork for the full English. Every single day, me and the construction workers that were building a hotel nearby. Anyhow, I don't even know how I got onto that. We've got the Four of Fossils here, which is the Four of Pentacles, which is Sun in Capricorn. So when you put the Four of Fossils together with the two, you are spinning around thinking about money-making ideas, what you do for a living, what you do to survive. And this isn't, you know, we've changed a lot in the last probably at least 5 years in terms of what it means to have a job. You know, we've got the gig economy, we've got, this is for good or for bad, I don't know. We've got working from home as a much more viable option, and the technology to go with it. And then there are some people who still want that contact and still like to go out to work. So spin around these ideas for yourself, okay? If this is about relationships for you, you'll be spinning around ideas about whether this can work for you, okay? Whether the spark can work in the real world, whether it holds up in terms of sensible expectations. Then we have, I love this, absolutely love this, Keeper of the Light, the Hermit. So there is a propensity towards quietness, towards solitude, perhaps towards staying in. I don't think it's like going to last. We also have the Nurturer of Feathers, which is the Queen of Swords in the middle. I do think that that might be a forthright conversation, even if it's with a person trying to sell you something on the phone or whatever. This is you setting out your stall slightly and having your boundaries. It could be with a neighbour, a friend. It doesn't have to be bad either. It's just very clear and concise about what you want. So, in summary, drifting away from something that may have been confusing or unclear, kicking ideas around and seeing if they fit for you in the practical sense. Possible romance here, or exciting friend or person who may headhunt you, elevate you at work. Queen of Swords, you finding the ability to state your boundaries in whatever arena that needs to happen in. Four of Pentacles, where do you invest? Emotionally, physically, financially. And the Owl or the Hermit, which is the keeper of your own secrets, the solitude, and the feeling that you might just want a bit of time alone. Leave me a comment, tell me about your second breakfast, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.